Guys, in this video, let us try to understand what histogram is. Basically, you should understand that it is a frequency. You're trying to tell the frequency. Take this easy example to understand, okay? Here you can see there is age at first marriage for males, okay? So here is the age of the male, and this is the number of people. Remember, this is very important. This is the frequency. This is the number of people who are getting married at 26, 27, 28. This is the most number of people are getting married at this age. The frequency is more in this age. Then after that, they're getting married only at 30, 31, like that. So did you understand? This is the frequency. What is there here? It is frequency. It's the number of people. Okay, so you should understand this. Very important in histogram. Let's take yet another example to better understand. This is diastolic blood pressure. So the number of people, okay, are you able to see here? So here in the graph, what are they marking here? In the y-axis, frequency, number of people, histogram. So here what they have, diastolic blood pressure. So most people's diastolic blood pressure is around 80. Most people's diastolic blood pressure is 80. Perfect. That's why they say 120 by 80, because most people's diastolic blood pressure is around 80. Very good. All other people have little less or little more. That's it. So this is frequency. How many people have 80? 250 people have 80. Amongst whatever, how many other people they took. Frequency. So what is histogram? It is frequency distribution. Okay, it is frequency distribution. Series of blocks, they are sticking to each other, no space. Remember, there is no space between these bars here. There are a series of bars. There is no space here. They're sticking to each other. Can it happen that there is nobody in this group, one, let us say 75, nobody has that, and this can be a space, right? What do you say? But still for us, we'll show it here, right? We will show that here. So that according to us, there will still be a bar, but it will be at 0 value. Okay. So remember, it's a series of blocks, no space. In bar chart and all, you remember we were talking about the length, but here it is the area. Area of each block. So they are not calling it as bar. Here they are calling it as a block. Area of each block is proportional to the frequency. Area of each block is proportional to frequency. Actually, here, if you say all of them have the same base width, right? If all of them have same base width, let us say, then who is deciding the frequency? The frequency is being decided by the height. So here also it's kind of length only, but anyways, here you will say area of the block will decide the it is the frequency. It's proportional to the frequency. Area of each block is proportional to frequency. Just remember, if we go back and see what we saw in bar chart, we said the length of the bar is proportional to the magnitude. In bar chart, the length of the bar is proportional to magnitude, just the length. Here, area. Here, what are we talking about in histogram? Area of each block is proportional to what? To the frequency. Okay. See, frequency polygon means nothing great. Just join the midpoints of all the frequencies in histogram. You'll get frequency polygon. Let's try. So let's take this fellow. We want to draw a frequency polygon. So what we will do, we will join all the midpoints of the histogram. Okay. Wait, let's join. Join. This is the frequency polygon. Frequency distribution may also be represented diagrammatically as the frequency polygon. This is also frequency distribution only. It is obtained by joining the midpoints of the histogram block. So easy. So if they ask frequency polygon, don't get scared. It's nothing but histogram. Just join the midpoints. So what is frequency polygon? It is also giving what? It's also giving frequency distribution only. And it is obtained by joining the midpoints of Histogram. Histogram blocks. Okay. Block word they use where? In histogram. Bar word they'll use in bar chart. Let's move on to one more thing here called as line diagram. Line diagram is where they are trying to show the trend of events with passage of time. So let us look at this graph first. Here they are putting time 1990, 1972, 1973, 74 up till so many years, and here the cases in millions. Cases of what? Malaria. So malaria cases were in the world, they were increasing in 1976 and then they decreased. In 1976, the cases of malaria in the world were really high. And here they are showing in Southeast Asia and in other areas. So Southeast Asia had the maximum number of malaria cases in the world when in 1976. Okay. This is the world, this is Southeast Asia, this is others. So basically what are you showing here? Cases. Cases means what? Number of people only, right? So this will what become? This is a type of frequency only. But here what is that? Time. Time is there. Okay. So you should remember this is, time is x-axis you can say. But actually according to the textbook, the definition is trend of events with passage of time. So that is correct only, right? If we say x-axis is time. Trend of events with passage of time. Okay. So is time supposed to be the x-axis all the time? Then only it will become a line diagram. So in charts and graphs, we have finished what and all. We finished bar chart, we finished histogram, frequency polygon, line diagram, all this we finished. Next we will move on to pie chart. Next video we will meet on pie chart. This video was on histogram, frequency polygon and line diagram. Bye bye.